Today we're doing more weight reduction on the race car. As you can see, the door is off. We have been coming through. We've been doing like some aero mods and stuff. So you can see I blocked off the front air dam, and I'm gonna make something for the grill as well. All that should help mile per hour. But I've also been cutting everything out of the trunk area, which you probably won't be able to see really. And the windows, we've done windows. So we have already, by gutting the trunk, as you can see, I have quick latches on now. You can see it's pretty gutted in here. There's no lock anymore, nothing. And we have cut about 50 pounds out of the back of this car. And today we plan to do some more with the door. I'm not sure how heavy this is, but at the end of this, I plan to be able just to hold it up with one hand, no problem. All the glass is coming out, window regulator. I'm cutting everything as far down as I possibly can up to here. I'm keeping the door box. This is a small bumper door, so that's why I have this quarter glass. This is coming out. I'm putting just a Lexan piece in here. It's just gonna be fixed in place, and that's it. And we're also deleting the mirror, and again, cutting everything out we can, while only leaving the door structure just so it can open, because a lot of rules for class racing is that your door has to open and shut on its own. Right now, I'm just gonna weigh it, and we're gonna see how heavy this actually is.
It's like 44.8.
The first thing we're gonna do is take out this quarter glass. You can see there's one rivet, and it looks like there's a Phillips here. And then up here, you pull the trim, and there's a Phillips in there. So I'm gonna take that stuff out real quick and see if this just comes out. The door is totally disassembled now. You can see there is some insulation in here. We're gonna have to take that off after we're done cutting. One thing to note is that since this is a small bumper door and I have this quarter window, I wanted to get rid of it. But as you can see, the seal is the quarter window. It's actually pretty light, so it's these two pieces, unfortunately, but they'll have to go back in just because I'm not gonna source big bumper trim or a big bumper door right now. It's just, this is what it's gonna be. This was a power mirror, so this is kind of heavy, and this is a power regulator. So now you can see I'm keeping the box, so you can just follow my line around. I'm trying to keep the most structure I can. So all this down here, over to here. Now this is where the door opens and closes, obviously. So I'm going to try to leave this section, and we're going to come on down here, and then cut the whole bottom of it off. There's going to be some other stuff under here. Like you can see there's a couple little weird brackets in there. So we'll be able to get that kind of stuff off. We'll see how much it's going to weigh after I do this. I've gotten everything out I'm gonna cut out. I still have this to where it's nice and structural. You can see it's like two pieces, so I am just gonna clean it, push it together, and probably tack weld in a couple spots. Same with up here, just to give it a little bit of extra strength. I did buy like 1/4-inch rod, and I was going to put it from here, you know, X-brace it, but it's not wobbly at all. If there's any issues later, I'll weld it in. For right here, I decided to cut all this out, which that turned out to be a pretty heavy piece. You see it's like 3 layers thick.
21 pounds even.
It's a new day, but I've cleaned everything up. I also went around and I just like deburred everything. The best tool for that is one of these little air sanders. These things are great. So I used all that, cleaned everything up. Everywhere the metal was a couple pieces, I just tried to tack weld a little bit, but it's thin metal and it's old, nasty metal, so it's kind of hard to tack weld. It's all there, good to go. Same over here. Everything is now solid, and the next plan is to put the quarter glass in. I got to use the quarter glass because this small bumper door is just so much different than a big bumper door. So there's like bracing in here that I already cut and ground out, but there's only one more piece left. So I have to get the window in, and I have to put this window guide in right here. See, this side's for the inner window, this side's for the wing. So I got to put this in, then grind this, and then weld this into place, and then I'll show you it when it's done. Got the window all made. You just kind of lay it onto the other one, trace it out, and then cut it. So I'll show you what the idea is. When we get it back in, we're gonna bring the door back over, slide this in.
That was entirely too easy.
The window went in really easy. I'm probably just gonna get this to work, and then I'll come back and just show you it in the end, because I'm still thinking it over. This is what I came up with, because heating this up is going to be hard because of the channels. So the window is just going to be as it is, and I took some aluminum and I bent like a hook in it. The hook will sit in the window like that, rivet it up here, and that'll be it. That'll hold the window up. Here's how the bracket looks in place. I just put some tire plugs in the bottom of it to take up that gap, and one rivet right there, and I just gotta clean everything up and put the door lock box in. For all class rules, your door has to be able to be open from the outside and from the inside. So that's all I gotta make sure is that there's something in here that I can just grab, pop the door open, and have no issues. Also gonna make sure the lock is off. There's no reason to have a lock even in here. It's just, yeah, there's no need for it. So just gonna get it back together, and then I'll see you when we're putting it back on the car. The door's all in place. You can see it does shake a little bit. You can add some, like from down here, you could weld a bar from there up to the corner and triangulate it. That's what I was originally planning on doing. I think honestly it'll be fine. So the door shuts. So this wiggles a little bit, but it opens up nice. Let me shut it.
Yeah, looks better.
Yeah, pull it in a little bit more, so looks a lot better. Now let's see how the car looks. We can finally lower it down on the ground. There it is, done with all of the new aero mods and stuff. So front bumper, I pulled the fenders a lot more, so now this should not ever hit. I can go out, and I also lowered it down like another inch. I added the Mark III side skirts, so you can see from the side it somewhat matches. And I mean, definitely lowered the car, so it helped a ton. And then we did the windows, did the trunk. So now that should have been like 50 or 60 pounds out of the car. We still don't know what it weighs, but you know, one day we'll weigh it. And here's how the door looks, which it feels so much lighter. Like, come open this door and then open that door. Like, it's such a difference. Honestly feels like it's nothing.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's that. And then over here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you can just feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So that should help a ton. Hopefully this upcoming weekend we'll be going out and testing. So if you can, give a like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one.